Hello again. We are back here on Slay the Spire, and we are going to be playing some Silent today. I recorded an Ironclad video the other day. We unfortunately died to the Guardian. Maybe you'll see it, maybe you won't. Nonetheless, let's hop right into Ascension 20 on Silent. Alright, so we're first greeted with our whale bonus. It looks like I did not reach the Act 1 boss last time, so we are not offered two other whale bonuses, and we're also I suppose, pigeonholed into these two right here. So we can either have 3 fights with only 1 HP on the enemies, or we can just get max HP. Looking at our Act 1 route, we have like a shop early, probably not that great, because we don't have any like gold options for the whale bonus. A bunch of question marks in elite fights. That doesn't really set us up for those elite fights well. Question marks generally give you like relics or gold sometimes, but those don't really do a lot for us in especially early fights. As Silent, you really have to get damage early if you want to be able to survive the elite fights, and you want to take elite fights because they make you, stronger. So I'm not too crazy about this way unless we can snipe an elite for free using the 3 1 HP fights, which we technically can do, but I think we'd want to go this way to maximize question marks. We can actually try to snipe a super elite if we get all events here. So that's something to think about, but unfortunately if this one is a fight, and then we only have 1 bonus left, and we still want to take this, we would just go to the left then, huh? That would be fine if we just went to the left, but that's only 1 rest site, 2 elites, not so bad. If we went this way, it's harder to get this for free, and then we don't have any campfires for this elite. We have 1 for a super elite, but I still don't think we'd be strong enough to fight a super elite if we went this way. And this is just... the fights are nice, but it doesn't have any campfire, no events. I don't think this shop will be that impactful, so we won't have a lot of cash to spend. So I think I'm just going to try and at least get one of these elites for free. Maybe this one if it works out, but we will see. So there's really nothing to discuss in these fights. Let's just see what the cards we are. We are offered a prepared, a poison stab, and an infinite blade. I didn't see. Who are we fighting? I should have looked that far. We're fighting Slime Boss, so we definitely gotta either have a defense answer for his turn 3 attack, or the ability to split him on that turn, and ideally get a good split to make the last half of the fight a little bit easier for us. But we also have to get through quite a few fights before then, so looking at this, prepared, 0 cost, draws a card, discards a card. It's okay. I think it's a lot better upgraded. Kind of like the 1-for-1 nature. Not so bad. Poison Stab is early poison. Poison is great when you can get it stacked. This is a way you can start stacking it. It's also additional damage, which is really impactful. It gets rid of artifacts, which isn't impactful in the slime boss fight, but it is impactful in plenty of other fights when there are artifacts you want to get rid of, and this is a nice 1-cost option to do that. And Infinite Blades, they didn't change this. They changed a few of the Silent Shiv cards, but not this one in the most recent patch. So this is the same. Yeah, it's a power, and you get a Shiv every turn basically, 4 damage. It's cool. It just takes a while to sort of do anything, and I think I just want the upfront damage that Poison Stab offers us now. So let's continue trying for this. We can take a Golden Idol here. So for this, we can either get... I don't know the exact percentages, but we'll take, I think, what, 20-ish damage? Or we can take probably, what's the max HP? Like 10 or 12? Or we can take a curse. It's nice to get Golden Idol earlier, because we get more gold, but also thinking about we don't want fights here. I mean, we'll obviously be taking fights later, which makes it impactful, but picking this up now won't reap the rewards as soon as we might want it to. It's also a good chunk of damage to take, so that'll probably be the option we end up taking. I don't want to gum up my deck with more than the Ascender's Bane we're already given at the beginning of the run. The max HP is tough to give up. It's not as impactful on Silent as compared to the other characters, but it's still max HP you're giving up, which is you heal less at the end of Act 1 and Act 2, and Act 3 for that matter if you get to 4. And the damage is just sort of a lot of damage. It's pretty straightforward how much damage you take there. So I don't think I want to take this. I think it's just asking too much of our health pool right now to take it. Going here. I think there's better events we can take here that we can trade HP for. So I'm going to pass up Golden Idol for now. Oh, we're just given a straight up chest. So we can take a letter opener, which is every time we play 3 skills in a turn, we deal 5 damage to all enemies. We don't quite have that yet, 3 skills in a turn. We may in the future, or we can just take a Sapphire Key here, which helps us unlock Act 4, which is something we will need to do, you know, if we get that far. Let's take a quick look at our deck. So we have 14 cards, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them are skills. And our other turns, because right now, because we have, you know, only 3 energy, we would need to put all of our energy into proccing this letter opener currently. So that'd be a turn where we just full defend, which we will probably have. We also have to draw all of them, unfortunately, on at least 3 of them on the right turn. You know, I think there's turns where we use all of our energy into blocking, in which case that procs letter opener. And it's especially nice when that happens to get a little bit of damage out, albeit not that much, but hey. Like it's good on maybe turn 2 of Tri-Sentries when you're being attacked for 20. So I'm going to take it. I think it'll be impactful in the fights where we need to use all of our defense cards in 1 turn. So we still have the Meow's Lament. Meow. So let's continue trying to get... oh, and we got a shop. I'm not... Ooh, this is actually sort of interesting. So we're offered a footwork here. I really like footwork, you know, maybe it's not what we need, but we're also offered an intangible potion, which might make this fight a lot easier for us. Calculated gamble. I don't know if it does what we need it to do yet. I'm also looking at maybe a choke, just because it's a damage card. We still sort of need damage to deal with the elites. But I'm not sure if it's what we're looking for. Maybe if we had taken a Infinite Blades earlier and we had Shivs in our deck, this could be better. But we didn't, and we're here. Deflect is on sale. That is a 0 cost card that can work with letter opener. That's a serious consideration. Maybe Deflect Footwork. That's really speccing into defense, one way to put it. And I don't know if that's what we need, but it is not necessarily counterbalanced by the letter opener, but it doesn't make it as bad because we can technically get damage by playing these block cards from letter opener. So we can try out trying to make a letter opener work for us and be a legitimate damage source, but that also means we're passing up this Ghost in a Jar. This is impactful in 1 fight. It's very impactful in 1 fight. And this combination is mildly impactful in a lot of fights. I think I'm going to go for the Deflect Footwork. I think it's a good combination for us right now. There's an argument to be made for the Intangible Potion, but I think we will have a bigger impact from the health we save by getting the additional dexterity and the deflect. So let's hope that this is not a fight. Oh, fantastic. So here we have a very large health pool. We actually have all of our health still that we started with at the beginning. So I'm just going to spam it until we get something. Wow, okay, that was a lot of damage. But we got Snecko Skull, which is actually really good for us. Because we already have the Poison Stab. If we didn't have any poison, I'd be pretty upset about this, but it's alright. So we can just take these 2 fights for free. Can I play, and I can just kill them all like that? Excellent. A Ninja Scroll. Okay, now we have a Ninja Scroll. Okay, this is very interesting. Maybe I should have taken that, what's that card called again? It's 2, and it does whatever. We passed it up in the store. So now we are offered Dodge and Roll, which is a skill, which works with Letter Opener. It's a skill that works with Footwork. It's especially nice with Footwork because both of these blocks go up for this turn and next turn. Or an additional Footwork. I'm not that crazy about another Footwork here. It's kind of like I get all these Footworks to boost my not great block cards. I'd rather just take a good block card and maybe upgrade it. Either this upgrade, Dodge and Roll, or a Footwork upgrade, the one that we already have. Sucker Punch is damage, and we're still sort of looking for that. But I think Dodge and Roll is just too good to pass up. Alright, so we're desperate for damage. We don't have a lot of HP, and we have to ask ourselves if we want to upgrade here. I think we can safely upgrade here with these open. I think that's okay. And I might just upgrade the Poison Stab. I think I'll just upgrade the Poison Stab for now. I think our block is in an okay position as it is currently. So we're given this is a bizarre hand. So we have all these defend cards on the turn he's not attacking, and then a bunch of attack cards later. So I think we can just let like these shivs cycle again, and we'll see them later, and maybe this neutralize see it later. So I don't think we wake him up this turn. Oh wait, no, what am I talking about? He's free. I was actually trying to think about the fight, and I didn't need to. Silly me. So we got an Emerald Key for free. That's fantastic. We got Ink Bottle for free, which is great with a Ninja Scroll. So we'll just be cycling our deck even faster. And now here we are offered a Quick Slash, which might be the damage we need. Reflex, we currently have no discard synergies outside of this Survivor. I was about to say this is a skill, so it works with letter openers, but we need to play it, and it literally says it's unplayable. And Prepared, I still think similarly about Prepared. So I'm going to take the Quick Slash just for the damage mostly. And here we are offered Paper Crane, so we weaken enemies by 40% less damage instead of by 25%. That is quite good. It's just quite good even with our one neutralize, in my opinion. So I think I'm just going to take it. Looking at the map. Can we go for... I think I just want to take upgrades currently. Upgrade things like Quick Slash maybe, upgrade things like Footwork. I think I'd rather just do that and get a few more cards here, and I think generally be safe through these hallway fights. If these go poorly, we can heal here. I don't think we lose 24 HP in these fights. Well, actually we might. We don't have any potions. In that case, I'm going to upgrade... I don't know if it's more impactful to upgrade like a Quick Slash for the damage to get through the fights ideally faster, or upgrade some of these to help us out in those fights by mitigating the damage. We're still definitely relying on letter opener, so maybe we want to make the skills even more appealing to use by upgrading them or upgrading the power, which in turn makes these better to use for us. I think I'll upgrade the dodge and roll. I think that'll help us the most. So we're fighting Jawworm, which is actually one of the pools. I should have thought about that, because we're still in, this is what, our second hallway fight, so it's still pulling from the first 3 hallway fights that you encounter. So we'll have, what, one more easy fight after this? So okay, we can probably upgrade to both then and maybe heal there, depending on where we're at. So I'm just gonna play all the 0 cost cards, because I don't have to think about them. And we are at 4, we probably won't proc it this turn, and I don't want to take damage this turn. I don't think there's any reason to. He will probably attack us next turn, which makes me think dodge and roll is a good use, and then we can play dodge and roll defend to get the letter opener proc and a strike, and that is a good amount of damage. Set us up for next turn a little bit and does some damage, which is what we're looking for. So he's actually blocking the turn, which is fine. We kill him anyways, and maybe we shouldn't have procced Ink Bottle there. I wasn't thinking about it, unfortunately. It might have been better to keep it at 9 so we can get an immediate draw in a following fight. So here we are. We are offered 3 attack cards. I think we'll end up taking one of these. Sucker Punch works with Paper Crane quite well. That is another source of weaken, which is amplified. The Backstab puts us at 4. Well, these just get added to your deck. There's some priority system here between having cards added and innate. So I think if we truly had a full deck and with a bunch of innates, these would get pushed to our discard. So we currently draw an additional 2, which is 7. Oh, so if we take this, one of the shivs will get pushed to our discard. Which is something to think about. And the Flying Knee, a little bit of damage to get an additional energy the following turn. I'm not that crazy about it. Our deck average cost is quite low. Everything is 1 or less. So I'm not that concerned about having additional energy. So I'm kind of thinking either between Sucker Punch or Backstab. It's nice to have the upfront immediate damage of Backstab in most fights. But Sucker Punch with Paper Crane I think is just the winner. Just to get more weaken in our deck and have weaken applicable more often. For that reason, I'm going to take Sucker Punch. So here we are again in one of the early fights pool. And I don't want to take damage here. There's no reason to take damage here. Let me take a sip of water really quick. My throat is getting a little bit sore. I hope you didn't hear that. I didn't mute my mic on OBS. I'm sorry if you did. So I don't want to take damage here. We're being attacked for 14, and I think we can just, like, footwork, dodge and roll, deflect, defend, and a bunch of shivs, I guess. I'm not going to think that much about this fight, I'll be honest with you. If it was earlier on, I would, but I just won't. And we want to play this first to get this, and so then we can attack with these. Get rid of their shields, full block, and do I want to play this shiv or not? I don't think it matters, so I will. Ooh, getting 8 block feels fantastic there. And we just win the fight. We have Ink Bottle on a good number. And we're offered a Catalyst, which I think I'm just going to take without really talking about it. Yeah, I still feel similarly about Flying Knee. Bane is an attack card, which is cool, and it also works with the poison we have from Poison Stab, but Catalyst, come on. We can also, I believe, safely upgrade here as well. Shoot, is Catalyst a good upgrade here? Because we have literally no other poison besides our Poison Stab. I'm not sure if it's fantastic. I mean, it obviously is later when we have more. Maybe we just upgrade one of our weaken cards of hoping of, like, remember when I said we have to have an answer for his turn 3 attack, either by splitting him before, which I don't think we will, or by having a way to defend against it. I think the way we deal with turn 3 is defending through Paper Crane and our dexterity. And I think we want to get set up for that now by ideally having him weakened on that turn. So I think I just either want to upgrade Neutralize or Sucker Punch here. And I'll probably just go with Neutralize. Just because it's 0 cost and I can kind of always play it. Alright, let's take finally our not early pool fight. We are being attacked for 20, which is a significant amount. But I don't think it's anything we can't deal with. So we draw a card here. Let's just play a shiv against this guy. See what we get. We got a dodge and roll. Fantastic. Unfortunately, if we play footwork here, we cannot proc letter opener, but if we just play 6 plus 8 is 14, plus 5 is 19. That doesn't full block, and I really want a full block here. Just because I don't think we have to take damage into this fight this early on. So I'm gonna use my shivs on this guy because I want to kill him first because he buffs and he defends and he attacks us for a lot. This guy sort of does too, but he goes a little bit slower and his small health pool is quite easy to deal with. So we want to take no damage this turn, so if we play footwork 10 plus, it's actually 18. Is there a way we don't take damage this turn? Outside of using a potion? I don't think I want to use a potion here. If we don't have to, or maybe we just suck it up and take the damage. I think I might just take, what is it, the 1 damage here? 6 plus 8 is 14, plus 5 is 19. I think I'm just take the 1 damage to also proc a letter opener here. 1 HP isn't the biggest deal in the world, it's just if we can mitigate it, that'd be ideal. So now we are being not attacked. He is going to weaken us this turn, which I don't really want to be weakened, and he will be buffing and shielding himself and probably attacking us for a fair amount next turn. So let's see what we can do. I'm trying to think if we can get away with using both these weakens on him for A, the damage, and B, the weaken on him for the additional turns, but I think I have to mitigate this by killing him this turn and weakening him, and we want to maybe have, I'm looking at this here, how do we want to have this? I think if we just play 1 card, it'll be okay. So it's actually quite good that he's weakened to this turn because we can full block. And I'll just play this mostly to stack the ink bottle. So he's buffing, and I think we just kill him. Great, ink bottle's not a great spot, but it's an okay spot. So we're offered a block potion here. This might be really good for the... Why can't I think of the boss's name? The mob boss, the slime boss. This might be really good for the slime boss turn 3 in case we got somehow screwed over with our deck, but I don't think that'll happen. But it's also just good even if we don't use it, and I think it might be better than a colorless potion, just in general. I don't really like colorless potions, I couldn't tell you why, I just don't. So we are now offered a dagger spray, which is AoE, which is great, especially with our letter opener that we currently have. It's also just more damage. It's cool in the slime boss fight because there will be multiple enemies later. Let me take a drink of water really quick and I'll mute my mic this time. Sorry if the stream gets a little bit laggy. Alright, excuse me, I'm back. Alright, perfect. OBS picked it up again. Stalker Restalker is playing Path of Exile. We have also been offered a Piercing Wail, which is an AoE mitigation card. It's a strong one at that, especially for a common. This, combined with Paper Crane, can really minimize how much damage people are doing to us. It's also a skill, and we have an additional dodge and roll. So if we just want to be dodging all over the battlefield, maybe we take an additional dodge and roll. Because we still don't have... We're doing all this, dodging and evading, but we're not really scaling into anything. This isn't a fantastic combo for what we need it to do later. So I think I'm going to take the dagger spray because I want the damage. And I hope that I don't regret passing up a Piercing Wail later, because I probably will. And I believe we can safely smith here, because we have the block potion and likely an okay defend turn against Slime Boss. And here... Shit, I still don't think Catalyst is that great. I was hoping for an additional poison card, which isn't that much of an ask, but I mean, come on, when you're offered a catalyst, you take it. Dagger spray is an okay upgrade. Footwork's an okay upgrade. I'm going to do the dagger spray because I'm a madman and I like throwing daggers. And it's also good AoE damage, which coincides well with our letter opener. Coincides, I don't know if that's the right word, but nonetheless, here we are. So we're at 5 on our ink bottle. We can proc it this turn if we like. Ideally get like footwork into play. Get something like sucker punch into play. So let's draw some stuff. This will draw us 2 cards, which I'm cool with, and it's cards I wasn't not very excited about. Not so bad, just not great. I have no reason to play dodge and roll here. He's not attacking us next turn, so I'm just going to play double strike. And that'll be an okay opening hand. So now we're concerned about our next turn. There is a possibility he is not weakened the next turn if we don't draw this sucker punch. I was hoping we might have drawn it this turn, but we didn't. So I'm just going to play these, stack up ink bottle a bit, end our turn. Hope this doesn't turn into something terrible. Okay, so we didn't draw our sucker punch that we needed. This might just be a full block turn, because I don't know if we kill him. 85 minus 2 is 83. Minus 6. I think we can just dexterity, defend, block, and it's not great, but it's not terrible. Alright, so we might be dead, but we're not going to let that get us down. We're going to play this deflect to stack up letter opener, get an ink bottle pull. And we want to be setting this up for a good split, which we do that by, I believe, playing... If we play this, he goes down to 78 minus 3, which splits him right then, which I don't think I want to do. I'd rather split him next turn. So Catalyst isn't fantastic here. But I think I'm going to play it just to get it out of our deck mostly. We're going to play everything here. And I think that about wraps it up. Strong possibility we die here. Alright, neither of them are attacking us. I am sort of excited about that. I think we want to, just because it's that impactful, get letter opener proc here. Even if it kind of wastes an ink bottle for us. I think that's okay. Just drew a strike, not so bad. We also get 8 block next turn, and we're being attacked for 36. My goodness. So if we can split one of them, we will live, because we currently have a shield and health equating to 19. And I want to kill... I think the guy that... No, we're gonna be frail for the rest of the fight. We'll either die or be frail for the rest of the fight. Maybe we just go for this. I'm not even doing math in my head at this point. If we kill him, that's fantastic, but we desperately need to get rid of him. Ah, jeez. Alright guys, well, it's been a good video. Sometimes you decide to be Act 1 boss, sometimes you get catalysts when you don't get any additional poison. And, well, yeah. Thanks for playing with me. Sometimes Ascension 20 just be like that. I'm sure I made some mistakes. And you know, if I did, let me know down in the comments, and you'll probably be right, but I would never admit that. Anyways, guys, it's been an honor. Let's go ahead and end our turn. Die with pride. We have been vanquished. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you liked it. Let me know if you did. Have a good one.